little bit loud. There we go. Let's see. Are we connected to the right thing? Oh no. Oh no. One second. Yeah. How's everyone's day going so far? Hopefully well. Hopefully well. So, for those of you that don't know, been having some music problems. Finally downloaded some music, but it's downloaded on my drive, which means I've got to deal with it. It's basically just in like really big categories, so I don't have playlists yet, so we're gonna have to work on that. But we got some new fresh music, which is nice. So all right, let me see here. We're just waiting a little bit, giving people a little bit of time. How's everyone's week going so far? Hopefully well. Hopefully well. So we have one topic to actually discuss about the news. Decided not to wait till tomorrow. I will still be doing the news like normal tomorrow. I really should have done this yesterday. Yesterday was just a bad day for me. I meant to actually do it yesterday. I actually was kind of going to try to do it the day before. So you're really 2 days late. My wood stove, very simple thing. You would think it's very simple. Decided to stop working yesterday, so I was up to my elbows in into that yesterday. But right, and it decided to stop working yesterday. And yesterday was very cold. Very cold. So, yeah. Today's pretty cold, too. The whole next 3 days, we're entering December with a bang. Thankfully, it's still only fall. All right. But we have something you guys should know about. I know that I previously covered Shai Hulud and why you should be worried about it and be watching it. I actually said previously, I won't get into that. Let's actually get into the news. Do you all know of a good terminal player? I was playing around with terminal players, and I could not. The one that I wanted to like the most was Mock, but Mock didn't work. Mock seems like it has the features that I would like, including the ability to connect and disconnect from it, so it could play in the background. That sounded really, really nice, but it wouldn't work on my machine. So if you guys have a terminal music player to play local music, I would appreciate that a lot. I've never had a terminal music player, so I was playing around. I tried Mock. I tried I tried a bunch of stuff on a list, and they all didn't work very well for me. Yeah, gonna have to vibe code myself one. All right, let's get into the security aspect. So, welcome everyone, and today we have a special news. I try to keep you up to date on security things, and I know I'm a day late with this one because I had stuff that came up in my own life, but I wanted to let you know about the second coming of Shai Hulud. Now, if you guys don't know what Shai Hulud is, I actually already covered Shai Hulud, and I did post it on my Null Bytes about the basics of what Shai Hulud is and why you need to be careful with it. Now, it has come again, and this is actually what I warned everyone about. I actually warned back then that there was a bunch of keys that were stolen, and that this was only the beginning, not the end. So, we're at it again. Let's cover what's new, what has changed, what hasn't changed. Get your buns ready because this was pretty good. You'll get that reference in a second. So this one's actually Shah Hulud, not Shai Hulud. A little slightly different. It's a Shah 1 Hulud. The second coming, Zapier, NES, domains, and others prominent NPM packages compromised. So the Shai Hulud NPM worm returns as Shah Hulud, the second coming, devastating supply chain attack, compromises Zapier and NES ecosystems. So again, we started with some really large packages that lots of people downloaded, and that kickstarted the worm into thousands and thousands, much larger than the last one. Okay, so the JavaScript ecosystem is facing yet another critical supply chain attack as the notorious Shah Hulud resurfaces with a new variant labeled Shah Hulud, the second coming, by threat actors. Over 70 NPM packages have been compromised with malicious code that steals and publicly exposes developer credentials, making it one of the most significant supply chain incidents in recent months. Now, what the big deal here is, and what I'm not going to say nobody is talking about, but what I think is the most important thing here is that you have to rotate all your credentials, period. The reason these things can come back is because if you were taken and you have not rotated your credentials, you are opening the way for somebody to come back into your systems, into your environments, and take your system again. So it's really important in these that you have rotation plans, that you rotate everything. I have actually rotated everything. I have not had any evidence that this has been on my machine, but I do leverage NPM. And so to validate that, it's very important that you do validate whether you have or not. I'm going to copy this for you all here, so you can go check it out. I've actually really liked the write-ups that Step Security is doing so far. You can check it out by Wiz. There's plenty of other places that you can check this out at. I bet you Wiz is number one. No, not Wiz. Wiz is up there. Wiz also, Wiz is maybe my second go-to. I do enjoy Wiz's writes up on these as well. So you're more than welcome to pick whichever one you want. Step Security is a much smaller team than Wiz is. Much smaller. And for the size that they are, I really like their write-ups. But what I wanted to bring your attention to here is basically two things. One, we can look at how this worked, because this one worked slightly different, which was kind of interesting. So there was a ton of obfuscated code. It's still, I haven't found a full write-up on, we know exactly what it does, but we do know some of the basics. It's a very interesting multi-stage attack. So the stages go in the first one, which basically checks to see if you have bun installed, and it looks like a bun installer. So let's see, it executes a English. A sophisticated, multi-stage pre-install attack that targets both CI and CD runners and developer workstations with equal effectiveness. The attack begins the moment the npm install the package triggered by this entry in JSON, package.json. This attack disguises the entire payload as a helpful bun installer. The script performs the following actions: checks if buns are already available in the path. If not, it executes the official bun installer. So basically, it checks to see if you have bun. If it doesn't, it installs bun for you. Kind of like you might think that it would as a helpful bun installer. And then it uses bun to execute the real payload, which is really cool, which actually makes it very hard to trace. So all of this is kind of for obfuscation purposes and making it hard to find. Not only does it do that, and one of the reasons you need to watch through this, but we're going to get into some of the good stuff. The core payload is this huge file of obfuscated. It's 10 megabytes long with hex encoded strings, an anti-alias loop at the very top that performs millions of operations, and functions that are named like this. Again, highly obfuscated code. I mean, it sounds like they write code kind of like I write code, so I do appreciate a real craftsman at the trade. I do believe that they probably learned from me. This is probably somebody that I taught how to write code. But what I really wanted to point you out to is it collects your credentials and makes them public, just like the first one did. So it does all that. But it does some other things as well. I think that's, get my words straight. For the first time, not only does it make a GitHub action to exfil all of your credentials, but it also makes your computer a GitHub Actions runner. So the payload orchestrated full spectrum theft, dumping data via GitHub token sourced from GitHub token. It fingerprints the host, gets all the cloud vaults, and scans for secrets. It exfils as JSON blobs to a new public repo named a random UUID with the description of Shah Halud, the second coming. So this is kind of one of the first, or maybe I'm going to say first difference, but the bun was really this is the second difference. This is the second difference of the second coming, is that instead of naming it Shah Halud, it is going to name the repository after a UUID. So that's important. If you have scripts that check for Shah Halud or Shai Halud, you need to actually be checking for the description, not the name now. So first step. The second thing this is the second. The third, I can't count. Merrick counts sometimes. The third thing that really sets this out is that you'll notice that it is getting your GitHub token, and it sets up your local machine as a GitHub action runner. So it can actually then execute the actions on your machine with access. Okay. This is kind of a little terrifying as well. So just understand that your machine could be a GitHub action runner if you'd like it to be. Post exfil, it injects a GitHub action workflow exploiting a comment injection vulnerability in the discussion event. The malware obtains a GitHub action runner registration token and installs a self-hosted runner named Shah Halud on the compromised machine. So see, this is where it's actually creating this and using the self-hosted runner of your machine to exfil data. This deobfuscated malware code shows it requests a runner registration token and installs a self-hosted action runner on the compromised developer's CI machine. So this is specifically attacking your CI/CD or your developer machines. This isn't actually a production attack, really, although it could exfil secrets from your production. This is more targeted towards that supply chain. And then the last and final thing that really differentiates this attack versus Shai Halud, and really this is just making the attack more mature, is it tries to destroy and erase what it's done. So finally, on non-CI Linux hosts, it invokes a shredder to erase traces. Now this is a very destructive erase. This overwrites writable home files, and prunes empty directories, potentially destructive in sandboxes, but mostly for exit evasion in workstation. So it is potentially destructive, meaning that it could actually destroy stuff that you have. It is not intended necessarily, like the intent of it wasn't necessarily to be destructive. It is more intended to be a forensic invasion, but it is important to know that if you are infected with this, it is potentially destructive to your home directory. So be cognizant of that. This is why I mean, we can get into why file permissions are important and things like that. This is one of the reasons. Although, again, those aren't going to protect you from something like this. So, layers of security. Layers of security. The big thing that, and I need to tell Step Security that they need headers here, because I want to link to you guys to this. Let me see if these have a good one. They don't. This is what I like about Step Security. Indicators of compromise. This is what I want you guys to go click on the link that I shared. Go check out the indicators of compromise. Basically, you're going to want to check for these things because these are going to help you understand if you've been compromised. Just because your home directory hasn't been shredded doesn't mean that you haven't been. Again, this is actually only on Linux that we know of. So if you're on a Mac or Windows machine, you know, it won't actually do this. So anyways, you can check to see if bun install has been run during an npm install of something. If that's the case, that's a good indicator. If you have a new bun binary created at the same timestamp as the malicious package, unexpected repositories and files created in your GitHub account. So this is another, go check your GitHub account. If you have a new repository named a UUID, that's probably a good symbol that one of your computers, or symptom that one of your computers has been had. And remember, when you go to rotate your credentials, you must rotate them on a computer that hasn't been compromised. You have to rotate them on a computer that hasn't been compromised, and you know, at this point, I think it's a reinstall of the OS. I think that's extreme. I understand. I don't know that we know enough to know that it hasn't installed something else. There are millions of lines of code that we don't know. So, and then, yeah, API calls. I think this is the big one that you want to look at. This is probably the big, easy one. The only way this one wouldn't happen is if they didn't have access to GitHub. And if they didn't have access to GitHub, I'm not sure. I think GitHub is like their major way they exfil data. So if they didn't have, like, if you didn't have GitHub tokens on your machine, you probably are actually safe. I don't know that that's 100% true, and I wouldn't say it, but like, they probably didn't exfil your stuff. Now, you still have the worm on your machine. You still probably have to restart your machine. But if you don't have GitHub credentials on your machine, you'll have to check all these other things. That's probably the easiest way to do it. And I think you need to go do that now. Now, my also advice here is that you need a time delay on your packages. You cannot get the latest, greatest package. There has to be a 2-day time period where you don't install packages from NPM, PyPy, or whatnot. All of these are capable of doing something similar to this. Even as much as I like crates.io, I believe that you could do this through crates.io as well. And it would be very hard to very, very difficult to not make a package management system that's vulnerable to this type of attack. So I think the best thing that you can do, and I actually think that every package manager should do this, is have a 2-day cooldown. The package doesn't exist until it's been there for 2 days. And to get past that, you have to make exceptions for specific packages. Like, let's say for my own packages, I want to be able to get, the latest and greatest because I publish it. That should be an exception list, right? I think that's how every package manager should go. There are third-party tools that you can get. I'm not here to sell you on one. If you're actually really wanting to know, please ask me on Discord. I'm happy to recommend some. There's some tools that you can get that will do this for you. It's a shame the base package managers, NPM, NPX, Bun, whatever it is, whatever you use as your package manager should do it by default. And that's it for security for today. Thanks for joining. Hope you guys, I did that early, I know, because I'm supposed to do the news tomorrow, but you really, my other recommendation why I did this early, and I meant to do it yesterday, but then stuff came up, is you probably shouldn't download from NPM this today. I would wait until Monday. My recommendation is Monday. From Shai Halud, it looks like it took about a week for them to get it under control. I'd give them a week. And I wouldn't install packages. That's my semi-professional opinion. Unless if you know the package specifically. Do you guys see anything else majorly important in security? All right. Today, let's have some fun. I want to have some fun. So instead of playing the game, which would be fun, I want to review the security stuff that I did for. I did like an in-app secret management. For stream, we do a lot of stuff that has secrets, and I've been tired of managing them really poorly in dot files. Super poorly, super insecure. Something like Shai Halud gets a hold of my computer, and it's a rough day. It's a rough day for me. So I've wanted to do those a little bit better, and this is my first stab at it. So I want to review that. And while we review that, the other thing that I need to do is make Kickstarter. I need to get like the latest from Kickstarter, and I need to make it better. Because last time I did Kickstart, I kind of did it all in line, and it was not great. So, anyways, let's get into that. We'll just have some fun. What are you all up to today? Anything good? I said NPM. Why did I say NPM? It's NVim Kickstart. I can't spell start. All right, I think actually the first thing that we have to do, let's update, you know what we have to do first? We've got to update our titles. All right, there we go. Let's see. Can I just do that here? Can I, yeah, let's sync fork. Cool. Now, I think I actually just downloaded this. Did I just clone it into the right directory? I'm not sure. Now I gotta check. Yeah, I think I just did. I think it's just here, right? Yeah. And I never committed my changes, which is probably a good thing. I don't think I liked how I did this. If we look at this, I started to like take the key bindings out, but it never worked properly for me. And for the most part, most of my key bindings are actually in here. So yeah, I think I put most of the keybinds in here. Okay. I'm probably just gonna make this. Let's do this. I'm just gonna move these two files into. Let's see. We're gonna do this. We're gonna move keybinds to. Let's do. We have a temp. We'll just move it here. And we'll do the same to init. And then we'll do a get reset. We'll have to do a get reset hard, right? Actually, I meant reset. That's what I wanted to do. We need to get to rest. We needed to get to rest is what I actually was trying to do there. Git, please just take a rest, okay? Git, how's everyone doing? Did you all have a good Thanksgiving? I hope you had a good all Thanksgiving. You all had a good Thanksgiving. I hope that went fantastic for you. I hope that your heat source did not die on you, or that it was warm. Yeah. You have divergent branches and need to specify how to reconcile them. Oh, did I make, I did, didn't I? This is how we're gonna do this. We'll just call this main. And then get... Oh, that's not actually what I wanted to do, was it? That's not what I wanted to do, was it? Okay, let's do git checkout. Git, let's see, branch dash d main. The most similar command is, I am a typing nightmare. Okay, we didn't push it, so that's fine. So git log, which commit do we need to go back to? This one. So then we can get checkout. And then we do get checkout dash b main git log. Now we're on this one. Cool, git fetch. All right. Git. What do I want to do? Oh, I just want to rebase the master branch onto the main branch, because that's what's following the kickstart, which is updated now to the latest. I don't need interactive, so we'll just do git rebase origin master. All right, so now we should be on main, up to date with the latest with this. Now this way, how we're doing it, I think that this will be better. I've never done a project like this, but I think what we're shooting for here, I could be wrong. I think what we're shooting for here is that we can keep in sync with the upstream project on master, And then we can synchronize that to main, I think. And so we can keep our changes here, and then we probably should come in more than once every 2 years and synchronize this and sync it to the main branch that we're on. Okay, we'll at least try this. The other thing that I want to do is I want to make all my changes outside of their changes. That's what I want to do. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this worked. Let's do. This is gonna go install some stuff. All right. Let's see. Oh. That's interesting. My shortcuts for opening Tree Sitter and stuff are definitely different. So I don't know how to do that. Where is that set? But I can't set that in this file, can I? See, I don't know the best way to keep this up to date. So the problem that I ran into is I kind of had it set up how I wanted to, but it's like some of the functions that were being used were being deprecated. And so to update it, I either had to maintain it all myself or I needed to just jump to what they were doing. But see, if I take this and move it out into my own section, the problem is that that doesn't help the management nightmare, right? Do I keep it just as... Do I just use all of their commands? Maybe. Where's the leader set? I don't remember. Okay, so it is still mapped to space. Then this doesn't work, right? I'm doing SF. But leader, oh, it does work. It does work. I don't have this set to SF. I have it set to DF. I'm not sure why S makes more logical sense. Search files. It does. Maybe I leave it as S because it actually makes more sense. SG for search grep instead of DG. I think DG is easier for me to hit, but maybe I just leave this as is. I don't like hitting S for some reason. It's fine. I always hit D. All right. In general, you have a server with some tools built in to understand a particular language. Let's just open up some Rust and see how this is working. Let's just try. Oh, you know what? I bet these are different. Okay. Where's go to definition? None of these are. None of these are. We're gonna have to find that in that document. Yeah. Let's see. Go to. Let's see. Definition. LSP to provide go to definition. Yeah. This is. I just need to know. Let's see. This is more easily defined mapping stuff for LSP. Alright. Go to references. And we're going to grr it up. So let's test out the go to references. Let's see. I thought it was R. Yeah. LSP references. Another R. It didn't really take me to any references, but maybe I'm misunderstanding what that's going to. So let's do go to implementation. GRI. GRI. That should be here, right? That should work here. GRI. Is not supported of the servers registered in the current bug. Okay. So this error is what I was hoping to get. It means that it doesn't know the LSP. Now, I was hoping to use the what I'd like to do is use what's installed and not installed, because I know that we could like Mason it up and install, but I have problems with this every single time I try to do this with Rust. I need to Google this. Get let's see, what am I, in vim run, use lsp on, I don't know that that was the right way of searching for that. So I need to set this up here, right? So I think I can just do Rust, right? We can do like, can we just do it with no settings, and will that be the local? I don't know. So it looks like that worked now. Rust Analyzer is going, right? So that's all I needed to do for that. That's cool. Because I want to use what's installed, not what Mason is installing. That's always got me in trouble. Now let's try this here. GRI. That did not work. GRI. Position encoding param is required. Defaulting position encoding of the first client. It doesn't make me feel better. How's everyone doing today? Okay, so grr worked, right? That worked. But for some reason I can't go to the definition. Let's try that with a... Yeah. Huh. Key map. Where was that? So here's where we're configuring telescope. And so These are working. Yeah, these are working. Live grep, find files. What we do need to do is do the custom find file one. I use that quite a bit, where I find where I'm at, the local. And here's the LSP, right? GRD, I was doing GRI, go to implementate. Oh, useful here language has ways of declaring types without an actual implementation. Oh, I need to go to definitions. I don't know why I was not doing GERD. GERD is definitely the way I was meaning to go. Okay, that was my problem. I was just a little, you know, I was cooking. Okay. Sometimes you gotta cook a little. That's all. So if we jump over here, actually, you know what I want to do? I want to do this. Let's see, target. What? Oh, no. I'm in the config. Oh my goodness. I don't know why it brings me to here because I never go here. I always only go here. I need to get my changes into the upstream of Zed. I need to do that. Because this is mostly dumb. Oh, oops, I meant to move that out of the way and get this into the way. Okay. All right. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's jump to our secrets. Okay. I think this is in a decent spot. So I originally wrote this in main over here, and it was a lot simpler than it is now. It was a lot simpler than it is now. I asked anti-gravity to move it into its own module, and it did some really weird things. But I will... So first thing that it did that was kind of weird was it... Now, to be fair, I had anti-gravity on YOLO mode, which is my own fault. But the first thing that I noticed that it did was it first specialized it. So when I wrote it, it was basically a get and receive. And so it actually specialized it for specifically the keys that I was using to get. And it would only do those. And it was like, oh, no, that's not what I want at all. And so then I told it to make it generic again like it was. And it kind of rewrote some stuff that was supposed to not be rewritten. Well, then I went back and kind of fixed it, I think. Okay. It did make this, which I'm not mad about. I didn't have any error handling, so that was good. Oh, I had error handling. I just threw the error. Oh, I just threw the error. Now, what we should be able to do is run secrets. Yeah, this is what we want to do. We want to do encrypt. Let's make a super secret password. Cool. Now, this application will default to the secret file. Now, how it currently is, let's go here. So it's going to load the file. So it just keeps them in one path in TOML. What I wanted to do All right, so this is where we get the secrets. So what I wanted it to do is basically work whether you had a secrets file or not. So basically it would try to pull it from secrets, and if it didn't exist in secrets, it tried to pull it from this is one of the things that I wanted to look at. It pulled it from the environment variables. So like if you ran this application in Git, or I said in Git, if you ran this in like Kubernetes, it would still work because you'd have the secrets loaded in, right? So that was the idea, that this would work the same in production as it does locally, but just give you some more protections locally. I wanted to make sure that they didn't mess that up. So that does not look to be true. This doesn't look correct, does it? No. This doesn't look right at all. Let's see what they're doing for set. This is maybe overcomplicating it, but that's fine. Let's see. I kind of zoned out there while staring at the screen. What did it do here? If I equals parts.length minus 1. Okay. So this looks correct, right? Because we're building out of parts, but this doesn't, right? Oh, wait. Is this a table? Yeah, it's a tumble value, so that wouldn't be correct, right? We have to reiterate on current, right? So parts is coming from this. And so this would be like openai.default.api key. So the first part here would be OpenAI. Once it finds OpenAI, we're going to set... Oh no, this is fine. Sorry, this is fine. I had to walk through it. I had to understand it. So once it finds OpenAI, it'll come back here to the next part, default, and find that in the current. Okay, yeah, because we're taking it at a reference to it, and we're resetting it to the value. Got it. This is fine. Now, what we need to do... Now, we could handle this inside the secret manager, and I think I do want to handle it inside of the secret manager. Maybe under a setting of whether we return the... whether we return the environment variable. Like, you couldn't force it to be in the secret manager. And I think maybe, let's see. Yeah, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Let's see. I want to do this, but inside of this. And then I want to make that configurable. And that basically load always works. Does load always work? I gotta think about this. Let me take a coffee break, and then we'll be back. I'm gonna take a coffee break, make myself a cup of coffee, and then I'll be right back. Let me do that. I gotta think about this. It's a bit loud. There we go. There we go. Let me get that plugged back in. Ah. How's everyone doing today? All right, let's see. We were going through this. Okay, so I think how I want this to work is I want it to try. I want it to try loading the file. If it tries to, if there is a file to load, it should it should ask for the password. If there isn't a file to load, then it should use environment variables, but that should be all in here. And then this way you can use it on the server just like you would, and then you don't need all of this garbage, right? I think that's what we want. I made tea instead of coffee. I already had 2 cups. I was up early this morning. Now, the question comes, do we want this to be a mode of operation? Or do we want to have a secret miss equal a load from the environment? I think it should be a mode of operation. I think that's what I'm going with because I think that's how I want. I want, if there is a secret file, I want it to use the secret file and not an environment variable, period. And then, yeah, so I'm going to do with like mode of operation, right? Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to. Let's see. What is our mode? It's a good mode. Mode. And this can be either. This can be the 2 modes that we'll support are secret or N. Secret mode. This needs to be a clone. All right. So then when we make one of these things, we need to set what mode it's in. And then when we get, yeah, and when if we get a call to set, that should be an error, right? Yeah. So let's do that. Let's make that an error. Set. What should that error be? It should be like something like let's see. This would be let's just do this. Nope. This. Thank you. Close work. What model are we leveraging? We are using Scout. It's okay. It's okay. We're running that locally, by the way, which is kind of cool. Set secret error. Okay, so that will handle if they try to set a secret while environment mode. We won't support that. And now what we need to do is when starting the secret manager, we need to pick what mode we're in, and we can basically do that off of whether it loaded or not, the file. Right? I think so. So, and then this is mode. Oh, what did I just call that? Secret mode? Secret mode end, right? So the file does not exist. We're gonna run in imp mode with no encryption key, no salt. And then down here, we need to be in mode secret. And then this way we'll force, if we're in secret mode, we have to go through the secret file or the loaded file. Does that sound right? I think it does. I think it does. I'm probably wrong. Now what we need to update is the get. Okay. So now in get, we have two different ways of handling it. We'll just throw this in a match. Ooh, let's see if Scout will handle this, right? Come on, Scout. Recommend something for me. Can I ask for a completion? I think I can. What is the Control X, Control C? That seems like a weird. Doesn't seem to be working well. And what I don't know is if I don't know if this is my code, because if you guys remember, I modified the Z editor to add support for llama. So I don't know if it's not working well because of what I've done. It only, like, the only times that I get it to start is if I actually like start typing, like on return molt. But if I do like secret mode, like right now llama is thinking, but it wasn't thinking before I started typing, right? And even now, let's see, did it send something? Scout does not support inserts, so Scout is erroring there. I can pull this over so you guys can see it. Okay, so Scout is just a bad model to pick for this. Let's use the Granite. I think the 1 billion works. Let's try that. Let's see what it's saying. Oh, I forgot. When we change this is a bug I have. When I change which model it's using, it doesn't change. I forgot about that. Oh, I have so many bugs. All right, well, we're just gonna go without it. So if we're doing secret mode environment, really this is easy, right? We just return we're just going to grab the environment. Is that all we do? Yeah. We'll implement this in a little bit. I actually might want to use a library here. And the only reason I say that I might want to use a library here is I don't know if there's a library that handles this really cleanly. If I'm going to make this a thing other people can use, I'd like that return to be really, really sharp. Like, and then this becomes, let's delete that. Let's delete this. And then we can go down to here and throw in 2 more curly braces. And done, right? Let's see. Rust get environment variable crates. I don't want to know about cargo's one. This looks cool. Last update 10 months ago, not the worst. Maybe not the best maintained. Doesn't seem to be great support out there. That's fine. Let's see. I was just hoping for something, but that's okay. Okay, we'll just do it kind of the dented way. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's just handle this the right way. Rightish way. Rightish way. No promises here. All right, it's going to expect us to return, excuse me, a value. Okay, let's see. What do we want to do here? We could just do like a match, right? Yeah, we'll do a match, I think. On the key. But we've got to actually do something like we've got to actually build the end right here. We got to build the end here because it's in dot notation. And we've got to do it to like underscores, right? So we'll just do, this is maybe, can we do this in one line? I'm not good at this with Rust, but Rust is good at this. I'm just not good at it. Let me see if I can't do this in one line. Key concatenated equals, let's do this. Key dot split on this, then we can call, we could call collect to get this into a vector, but I want to concatenate. Can we do concatenate? Maybe we have to call collect on this. Collect. And then can we call concat with that? Let's see. Rust concatenate vector into string. I could probably do it with like a map, right? But I feel like, yeah, you could, like, I feel like I could do it with like a map with like a push, but like that feels like there should be some simple one line. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I want to collect it with a separator, right? Maybe this is it. Oh, connect, words.connect. Can I just do connect? That would be too easy, right? Oh, join. Okay, is this not working? Join, no. Maybe I can call join just straight on this, the key.split. Do I have to import this? So I should be able to call collect and then join, right? I feel like that should be working. We want underscore, right? Oh. Why is collect not working? Type annotations needed. Oh, okay. Oh. It's just one. It doesn't know what type this is. Will that fix it? Why can't it infer the type here? Oh, wait. Let's not use it here. This is what's probably confusing it, right? Shouldn't this make a vector? This collect, right? I'm not sure that I need to do that. That feels wrong. What if I just do this? Let's try this. Let pvec equals this, and then let pcon equal pvec join. So then we could just make the type annotation here of a vec of @stir, right? And stir. Okay. Oh my gosh. That was the cause. That was the cause. So now I think I can actually... I wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't thinking about that. Can we do join here now? Join? Join. Like that. No. Oh, wait. I screwed up there, right? One second. We can do this. Join, this will work. Right. What I didn't do was I didn't delete this because this is obviously incorrect. Let's just comment this out. I'm not sure why this is as upsetting. I'm sure it's something I'm missing. Okay. It's fine though. This is okay. Let's... Actually, can we just do like where were we? I should have just gone like this. 1 second. There we go. All right. So we need an OK, val, and an error. Error. Let's see. Not correct at all. Return. This would just be return the val, right? Some val. Val. And we would need... Actually, we don't even need to print this. We just need to return none. This does eat this error. I don't love that. Maybe we'll fix that in the future. Overkill, how are you doing? Not much. I'm writing a small secret module to help with my projects that I do on stream. So, for example, this is a AI arena where this winter we're doing the AI games, the winter games, and in the AI winter games, I I do a lot of stuff with secrets. And a lot of times I leave these in dot files that I source so that I don't have to type them on stream. And basically, while a lot of my projects are in Rust, and so I thought it would be a great learning experience to make my own secret manager. So basically what this does is it stores the secrets securely in an encrypted file. And if it doesn't find it in the encrypted file, it tries to read them. This is what we're doing right now. It tries to read them out of the environment secrets. And if it doesn't find it there, then it returns nothing. And the reason for that is locally, I want it to be an encrypted file. And then when I have it on like my, if some of these things I actually run, like my Twitch alerts, actually run on a server. And those will probably be environment variables since it will probably be done through like Kubernetes secrets. And because of that, I want it to just use environment variables. So that's why I want that fall through to work that way. So that's what's going on. And right now I'm eating some errors. Tasty. Tasty. All right, let's see. Ooh, now we have to handle set. Well, you're more than welcome to watch and learn. Yeah, this is the Rust programming language, not Rust the game. But yeah, more than welcome. More than welcome to come and join. That's what I do mostly on stream, is I mostly learn. Sometimes I play games. I don't play Rust, but sometimes I play games. I'm not good at them, mind you, but sometimes I play them and enjoy doing that. All right, let's see. So now what we want to do here is we can just early return here. Basically, if self.mode equals secret mode m. Oh, we don't, this should be, this should really return a result. What's the name of the error? I don't know. You deal mostly with JSON scripts? I'm sorry. JSON. It's a thing. I'm not sure quite what you mean by JSON scripts, but it's kind of a marked file format, not really a language. But dealing with any type of markdown as primary job is rough. It was rough, brother. Let's see. What was I going to say? I was going to say like this can return the error. What is the name of the error? Let's see. We had it up here. Secrets error. Wow, I'm just original with naming. I should have known that. Now, oh, JSON files. I get that much more. Do I want to do this as like, okay, this might be terrible. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. It might be terrible. It feels it feels gross writing it this way. Return. Can not set in run in secret mode to set. This needs to be a string. String. Why are you upset? I did everything perfectly. Mismatched types. Oh, yeah. Well, this wasn't really my fault. This really is an error, right? Okay. Now we're happy there. Okay. Why are you upset here? Why not? Why not? Please tell me why this can't be applied this way. I'd like to know. Binary operation. W cannot be applied to secret mode. I don't understand why not. We'll come back to that one. All right, so this is going to be upset because we are just setting a value and we're not returning anything, right? Mismatched types, right? We're not returning a result, right? So here, what I would like to do is return the previous set. No, we shouldn't do that, right? When we set, we shouldn't return the previous value. Should we in a secure thing? I feel like the answer is no, we shouldn't. And this should just go to an empty thing, right? And then here we just, okay. We're gonna go with that. Oh, I see what it's trying to do here. I can just run this as a match. I think that's kind of overkill, but it would be happier. It'd be happier. do this, and we'll make it all happy. I think I missed a curly brace somewhere. I feel like I did. Old PHP website building? I'm sorry, you poor soul. You poor soul. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm pretty sure I screwed up the... Okay, this looks fine. This looks... fine. Now let's see where this one goes to. Oh, wait. Wait. So this is the end of that function, and then we need another one for the end of the match. Okay. There we go. Right? So this now is... That's the end of the function? Wait. That's wrong. That's wrong. I have definitely messed something up here. Where's this one into right now? Oh gosh. Okay. That's the part that's wrong. Now we need one more. Fixed. I really did that incorrectly. I managed to mess that up fairly well. All right. All right, let's see. I think this compiles. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now if we do like cargo run, we should do cargo run, right? Wait. Run. We don't need these arguments anymore, right? Because we'll be leveraging the secret file now. Cool. They are needed. Oh, this is an interesting problem, right? They are needed. If you're not running in secret mode. Oh yeah, think about how I want to deal with this, right? Do I remove? I don't want to remove this from clap, right? I want it to tell you what are needed. But the thing is, it's going to tell you it's needed like this if you don't pass them in. But I actively don't want to pass them in, right? Will clap allow me to... Rust clap. Will it allow me to like pass them in? So can I load the file and pass it to clap and say, hey, look, I have the secrets? No, that's not what I want. I could put default values in there. Oh, wait. I'm being, these aren't the secrets. We removed secrets from there, right? So all secrets are in the secret manager. We did this last week, or 2 weeks ago. There are no more secrets here. You have to select the agent and the model, and it goes to the secret manager to get that for it. Beautiful. That's well done. Can it be put in an ext file? Sure, it could be. It could be. But I'm already okay here. I was thinking, oh, I need to put this because originally I had the secrets as like commands that you need to like pass in, and we removed them to the secret manager. And now the secret manager will leverage the environment variables or the .env if it doesn't find it in the secret vault. Well, if you're running in env mode, which we're not running in. We're not. But we still need to set up this. So let's see. Agent. You know what? Actually, we can make agent 1 seed, and let's make some defaults here, right? Let's make some defaults. Not here. Thank you. Where do I want? I want to go here. The agent config. Here we go. Okay, so this should have some sort of default, right? Because we don't want to type in the seed every single time. I forget how to do defaults here. I need to use clap more. I need to program more. I need to program more often. It's not default. I know that much. It's value T, right? I think it's value T. Default value T. What's this? I see. Default value. Let's copy this. Can we just do... All right, so we're gonna start here, go like this. Default value equals 100. That's wrong, but we'll come back and fix it. Temp. We want this to be, what, 0.7. I think 0.7 is what people normally set it to. Oh, whoa. This is the temp. Sorry. This should be like 0.7. And we'll do T. I believe that will... we do need T, don't we? Okay. Seed is the U64. 100 should be fine. Are you really wanting me to do T? Okay. I guess not T is for strings only. Maybe. I feel like I didn't actually read that explanation very long, and I probably should have. Okay, so this is for seed. This is one model. This is a model. So this should be a string. What's a good model? What's a good model? The actual name of the model. Overkill, you're more than welcome to always tell your ideas. Sometimes I have more people. Right now, it's a very slow day. Sometimes I have a lot of people telling me this stuff, and sometimes I get sidetracked on mini backseat drivers. So I happily let people post their ideas. I tried to not always get too distracted by ideas. Sometimes I have spent an hour being sidetracked. I'm very good at being sidetracked, by the way. It's one of the, on my resume, under skills, I have getting sidetracked and button pushing as two of my primary skills. People have upvoted me on LinkedIn for some reason on both of those. So, it's a thing. Let's see. What models? What model? Something. We'll come back to this. And this needs to be value, not value T. Okay. I got it. I'm learning. Okay, so that's the temp of that one. This is the value. Okay, so this one, let's see if this works, because this is actually an enum. Default value T. And this needs to be the string representation of one of these. So we'll do this. This one will be an OpenAI. I think I did from string on this. I believe that should work. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, you shouldn't be upset if I don't take your idea for some reason. I have plenty of bad ideas and I pass up plenty of good ideas. I think I don't need that anymore. Yeah. Doing it on stream is kind of an interesting thing because I'm like 1000% slower when on stream. I can program way faster when I'm not talking or checking chat or, oh, look, a squirrel. That's why I have to be in the basement to program. If I have windows, they're too distracting. I just cannot have windows. Why did I come to this browser? ChatGPT models. What's the latest 5.0 model called? I just need its name. Is this the cheapest one? GPT-5 Mini. Okay, but what is its name? What's 5.1 Mini's name? I always get confused as to where to find these. I guess what I normally do is I log in. 1 second, cone of silence. Logging in. Logging in. Please wait. Please. Logging in. Logged in. Okay. So I think what I always do is I just go in here and do agent builder, create. Okay, no. Oh, I've not actually done agent builder before. That's actually something I want to try, but chat, and then I let's see. Here we go. Now I can select the model. Do they not have a Codex Mini? Do they not have a 5.1 Mini? See, this is where like I actually need the name, like what it's called here, and they should list this better. Do they not have a 5.1 Mini? They have a 5.1 Codex Mini. Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll take this one. GPT-5. Okay. 1 second. GPT. It's like an AI designed their thing here. It's just absolutely asinine. Codex dot mini. No, dash mini. I'm sorry, that dot should be 5-1, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna complain. I am complaining. Okay, it doesn't like this. Mismatched types. Okay. Expected agent. Oh, you know what? Can I do... Actually, I don't think I can. No, overkill. It's always welcome. Always welcome. Some people just think you're ignoring them or get upset. It's fine. I just wanted to let you know that I heard you, and I immediately redirected the idea because it wasn't my idea, and I only accept my ideas. That's mainly what I wanted to let you know. Can I do this? I don't think I can. Agent kind. Is that fine? If that's fine, I'm great. Okay, great. We're gonna do the same. We're gonna have the same agent play against itself. Okay, we'll change something about it. We'll do 5.0 Mini versus Cortex Mini. Codex. Codex, I think, is for their coding. But they didn't have a 5.1 Mini, so whatever. We'll just do this right here, right? 5.0 Mini. That's one, isn't it? I believe that is one. 5 Mini, yeah. Overkill, do you have a good terminal-based music player? I got some music locally on my computer, and I have never actually played local music on this machine before, and I was like, I'm gonna do a terminal-based one. But all the terminal-based ones I tried sucked. And like, I'm not trying to play high fidelity, like, I'm just a standard audio person. Nope, no major preamp or anything like that. I just wanted to play it via the terminal. So like while we're in the terminal, we could have like a music play. Like I thought that would be cool. I tried mock. Mock sounded like what I wanted because it seemed like I could connect and disconnect from it and the music would still play. So like we could just like mock right here and go. And but it never worked on my. You had to install like mock pulse because it needs pulse audio, but I don't use pulse audio because I like to feel special. I like to feel special mostly, but also because I stream from a different computer than what I'm typing on. Like what you guys see is on a different computer than what's getting streamed out. It allows me to screw up my network and other things on this computer and not interrupt the stream. And so I don't have pulse audio. So like mock doesn't work. Oh, I'm not a live music person. I hate live music. Live music is so loud. It's two things about live music that I dislike. First, it's always worse than the recorded in studio stuff. And if it's not worse than the recorded in studio stuff, they're lip syncing. So it's one or the other. Second, it is so stupidly loud. Absolutely hate it. Absolutely cannot stand it. There you go. All right, now does this go? Oh, backstage? I've never been invited backstage. I'm obviously not a music person. I did delete Music Agent 2 secret profile, didn't I? I realized what the secret profile was supposed to be. Let's add that back. Let's add that back here. Let's also move this seed. Let's move this seed 2 down with all the other 2 stuff. Okay, I was just one secret profile. Okay. Yeah, never been backstage. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen. I went to one concert when I was a younger person, literally one. And I wore earplugs, and I thought the music was too loud, and I had never gone back. Like that was my entire concert. Like, I'm a sensory person, and it was well too overwhelming for me. One of the worst experiences of my life. I like music to drown out, but the whole concert thing is overwhelming for me. Overwhelming. All right. So what I wanted with this, what I was thinking with this here, I don't think this is optional. No, this is optional, right? It is optional because what I was thinking with it here is that this is what allows you to pick, you could pick different profiles. Let's do this. So, no, not that. We will do something like default, oops, not that. Default value T, chat GPT dot general. And we'll do a good old equal sign. And not a T, so it's a string. And basically, when we go get a secret for this, it will get the ChatGPT general one, and that will be good enough. Oh, I'm still young. Well, thank you, good sir. I feel old. I'm just at that point in life where I had children very young. So like I have older children, and so I feel very old, even though like a lot of people have children at my age. I cannot imagine having children at my age. In your 30s and having children, my goodness, that would be exhausting. Absolutely exhausting. I could not imagine that. Almost. Oh, these are actually very important. Game. Do we want this? This feels weird as a flag, but it's fine. Let's make this, which one do we want to run? Let's do... Overkill. I know how that is. I have 3. I didn't raise them all by myself, but my wife was sick for some of it. And, it was like a year where it was like effectively by myself during that time. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Okay, game name. So like it's rock, paper. I forget how this works. Let's go check this out. Let's see. Game name is just a string, but when we go and parse it, let's see. Let's go look at the enum, because when we go parse it to pick which game we're playing. So we get the string here, and we do the parsing here. Right here. When we do the parsing here, okay, this is how we're doing it. So we can just do like this. Tic-tac-toe. And then repetitions. We should have shortened versions of repetitions and game name equals 1. This is cool. Now, I should put in a token for ChatGPT, and it should all just work. We'll see if it works. I'm gonna make a token. So, tone of silence. API keys here. Let's see. Create a new secret. This is test secret manager. Default project, all permissions, create the secret, copy that secret, add it to the secret manager. Oops. Let Let me get this out of this screen. Ooh, okay, I just have to not go there. Okay. Let's see, I'm just making sure that's not printed to the screen. Okay. I think it's all in there. So we had a panic, but I think it saved it to the secret file. I think this was actually in our code where we probably use the secret manager now. Probably isn't completely updated correctly. So that's in 46. All right. Yeah, dude. My take is that for me, guys were very easy. The boys are very easy because I understand how they think. And also, in general, my son will just challenge me. Easy to deal with. Girls don't openly challenge you in general. And that's what makes it difficult. That is what makes it difficult. Oh. It's the worst. So we're at Thanksgiving. And I don't know, my one nephew, he's a young kid, and he was like, he said something about like, nobody can hit me with this ball, and I just took it and I just hit him in the shoulder with it. And he was like, why did you do that? And I was like, you said nobody could hit you with it. I don't know. I was just testing it out. Anyways, like I said, I can deal with guys. Easy. Pre-12, I can deal with everybody. 12 is easy. Okay, let's see. So we failed. We have failed. Let's see, agent config. What line was that? 46? Like I said, this is... We shouldn't need an or else, right? Oh, but it won't be in there because we never set it, right? We gotta set the key. Okay. So I need to cone of silence because I actually never, I unencrypted it, but I didn't actually set it because there's a different command for setting it. Let's see, cargo run help. No. I want to run help for my application. Help. Secrets. And then just set here. It's just the key value. Okay, perfect. Okay, cone of silence again. This actually needs done in a different way. What I'd like to do is I'd like to do it where it is, you don't put the key value in, because like you can type in passwords securely. What I want to do is the same with like sudo. So I want you to put in the key and then it asks you for the value. That's what it needs updated with. That would be better. So that was OpenAI. What did I adjust that to? What did I make the default? ChatGPT. Oh, it should be OpenAI.general. OpenAI.general. And then the key is this. You guys still can't see. Let me go get the secret. No looking. Okay. Let me clear it from here. All right. You guys can see now. All right. Now I've set it. I do need to update this because it's now OpenAI, not ChatGPT. Okay. Now, oh, I almost went up, but it would be in my history, wouldn't it? So I've got to do this. Cargo run. And it's run. I don't remember the whole command. Help! Help! Right, I don't need any of those. I just need repetitions and game name. That's all. Game name, because I'll just use the defaults. Let's see. And the name of the game. Do we print the names of the games in here? No, we should though. Tic-tac-toe, I believe is the name of the game. I don't know how it's spelled. I think it's spelled that way. It might have a K. Not sure. And then just R. Well, ooh, I do have a shortened version. Oh, and I can do R and G. That's fantastic. I didn't realize I had shortened. I typed them out last time. 1. Now, I gotta decrypt the secret file. Did not work. One second. I think I know the issue here. Okay, so we need... And it's failing here, right? 46. Yeah. Ew. This was me being too fancy. I think that all you really need to do is just pass in the secret profile here. If that fixes that spot, we'll probably have some more errors, but at least we know how to fix it. Yes! Okay. Cool. I mean, it failed. It failed horrendously. But our secret management worked. Like, we actually made calls to OpenAI. It has an invalid request. I don't know why. This model is only supported in V1 responses and not in chat completions. So maybe I can't use Mini for this. Boo. Boo, OpenAI. Let's change the defaults. Let's change the defaults and see if that fixes that error. Let's just do like 5.1. We'll just do like the standard 5.1. We'll do 5.1 versus 5.0. GPT 5.0 does not exist. My foot, it doesn't exist. One second. I mean, this is just the names of my secrets. You could have seen them, but I just... One second. Okay, we're back. Is it called 5-Pro? but it's 5.1. Okay, okay. I don't want Pro, but I don't want Nano either. And why do they not have a Nano for 5.1? I wish that they would be consistent. This is actually really annoying to me, is like, there is a GPT-5. It's right there. What did I put? Did I put 5.0? I did put 5.0. Let me just do 5. I wish that they would be a little bit consistent, like make a Nano for 5.1. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Is it working? Okay, if it's working, it definitely should be giving us some feedback. Like, it could be playing the game all behind the scenes, and we're just not getting any feedback. This is horrible. Who designed this user interface? Oh, this is worse. OpenAI 2.1. Okay, but I need to see the game, like, I needed to see, like, the actual game being played. Like, this is horrible. This is horrible. Okay, but it's a start. It's a start. GPT 5.1, not 5.1. Interesting. Interesting. This is super cool though, because now the secrets are either, like, the cool thing that's happening right now that I'm very excited about is that all my secrets are handled by a secret file, and all my secrets are handled by a secret file, and it's made in a way that any of my apps could use it. And in production, it would use environment variables just like anybody else would. So you could push this to production, and that's pretty awesome. I'm excited about this, actually. I mean, it would also be better if we had like some better way of connecting our local rather than just an API key. Like, you know, you could use OAuth here, which would be great, but that's not really set up for me to leverage OAuth from my local machine to all of these. This is interesting though. ChatGPT 5.1 in both cases. Obviously, we'd have to run a lot of cases, but it also took longer to respond than 5.1. Mr. B, how are you doing? How are you doing? I hope that you're doing really well. I know that Thanksgiving, there's rough periods in our life, and you know, maybe hopefully it's a time to look forward. You know, this Thanksgiving, me and my family knew somebody affected this year by the Camp Mystic. And that was really rough, you know, coming to Thanksgiving with that, and it made it harder to see. But I think it actually makes it more important in some regard, like that you actually celebrate it and try to focus on the things that we are thankful for. You ate decently? Are you having digestion problems? Oof. Digestion problems are the worst. Absolute worst. I did not know that it was that much. And maybe I did know and I forgot. I knew that there was some stuff. I did not know that that's... Welcome to back to the world of people who eat solid food. Oh, I'm sorry, Scott. That's rough. That's rough, brother. My wife has IBS. Or AIBS. Not getting too specific. So, I understand. I understand. All right, so we just did something pretty awesome. You know how I've managed everything in dot files? Check this out. When this runs and plays tic-tac-toe, it asks us for a password, and we have an encrypted secret file, and it leverages that for all the secrets, which are pretty cool. And I think I made it in a way that's generic enough that other projects could leverage it. It's not a separate crate yet, but maybe after the AI games, we look at breaking it out and actually publishing it to crates.io. The cool thing about this is that in production, it can also use the environment variables. So like if you're running in like Kubernetes and you just want to use like secrets like you normally would in Kubernetes, you can actually do that with this. Let's see usage here. Look at those tokens skyrocket. That's actually costing more than I thought it was going to. That's actually costing a bit more than I thought it was going to. It's about a penny per tic-tac-toe game. That's more than I thought it was going to be. All right. We have other games. Shall we try rock, paper, scissors? Or Connect 4? Hey, it was the first draw. It has been ChatGPT 5 kicking ChatGPT 5.1's butt. So check that out. They drew. Beautiful. Let's play a different game. Let's try... Should we try chess? We just made chess, and I'm afraid it's going to cost a lot. Should we play chess? We should play chess. We got to see how this works, right? I don't even know if it will print out correctly. Also... Oh, good. Oh, good. What happened? Unknown game chess. What? What? $138. What? Oh, it's in game. Oh, my bad. 138. It's capitalized. All right, this should be looking for, we should just to lower this, right? Name dot to lowercase. And then these should all be lowercase. I can't believe who programmed this. That's just terrible programming, honestly. Honestly. See you later, Overkill. It was great having you here. Budget spiking, budget spiking. Okay, we definitely need to make this before the AI games happen. We need feedback. Like, you need to actually watch it be played out. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. We are just waiting for the game to be done. Oh, goodness. We can see in real time the cost of playing a game of chess. Hasn't gone up yet. Can be kind of slow. Still at 5 cents. We really need some feedback. Desperately. This might be my most expensive AI games yet. Might be my most expensive AI games to date. Well, there we go. We're up another cent. Another cent. So it's still querying the AI. I wonder if I can make some of this better by using some cached calls, right? Because like I am sending the game state back up with it. And I'm wondering if, I don't know. We don't want this, really. Can we... We're still running. We're still running. I didn't mean that. I meant this. Can we just... No, that's still gonna be a mismatch type, right? Is there an as ref, right? I can just do as ref, right? As stir. There we go. That's what I wanted. Istito. 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 That's how I'm pronouncing it, whether it's correct or not. How are you doing? Tito. I'm doing well. I need to get going. I'm waiting for this last run to go, but pretty good. We're working towards the AI games, so probably my biggest stream of the year is starting on December 15th. We are doing the AI games. It's a time where we pit different AIs against each other, do a lot of learning, and it should be fun. This is the AI arena. It's where AIs play games versus each other that we're working on. And we have a bunch of other stuff around coding and whatnot to try to make see how best to use AIs, how not to use AIs, bunch of different challenges. So I think it will be a 4-day scenario. This is still running. It's still costing me monies. Chess, it turns out. And it's gonna be like, it's up to 10 cents for the game. So far. So I'm guessing 20 cents per game of chess. So right now, ChatGPT 5 and ChatGPT 5.1 are playing chess versus each other. We tested tic-tac-toe. Tic-tac-toe takes quite a while. But tic-tac-toe, ChatGPT 5 was better at tic-tac-toe than ChatGPT 5.1. Those are the facts. We have this setup where we can use, like, we've just gotten it working for the most part, but it can use any model. So this is an open source project. You can use any model that you like. We have, I say we have any. Right now we support Anthropic, Ollama, and OpenAI. If you want to support another one, you can come in here and just follow this as a template and make a pull request to support your favorite agent. Yeah, it's a very simple wrapper. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to say that these are complete or done in any way either. You know, there's some of like, how do we query the system that needs tweaked, I'm sure. But they're first stabs at it. Yeah. Would it be easier just doing Open Router? It's not Open Router, right? Because Open Router would be me serving it. This is me consuming it, right? I guess you can consume it through Open Router, right? I guess. I don't know. Maybe we can put an open router. You know what? Let's put an open router interface. That'd be cool, right? Let's add an open router interface. Be easy enough. And then that way, so the idea is like you don't have to use open router, right? Because I'm sure that they make money from it, right? Of 5%. Ooh, rough. %5 is rough. They have all the models for a price, right? Like everything. If we're talking 5% and it costs me 25 cents to run one game of chess, we're up to 30 cents. This is getting expensive fast. If it cost me, let's say it cost me 50 cents to run a game of chess. At 5%, you know, I'm starting to cost $2 or 2 cents, 2.5 cents per run. I'm probably gonna run them 100 times, right? Now, I will add support to Open Router. I think that's cool. I think it's cool. It's a good idea for somebody that wants to leverage that. And it has 4 free providers. I don't know which ones those are. Does it say which ones are free? Does it say which ones are free? I want to add a filter. Doesn't say. So yeah, I mean, it will limit me to only 4 models, whichever those are of the free ones, which I doubt the ones I'm testing are. And then it's going to add 5% to this. I don't need it, but I will add this. I think this is cool. And I mean, it would allow us to run a few tests of ones that we don't want to build a whole thing for. I use OpenAI and Anthropic a lot of the time. And so like, I don't mind the little bit of work that I had to do to support those specifically. And that will keep the price down on those. Cool. Anyways, this is still running. Oh gosh. So we played tic-tac-toe, and tic-tac-toe takes about 1 penny per run. This is still playing a game of chess versus itself. I wonder if we can actually see this going on here in the console. Yeah. You are a game-playing AI. Respond only with strict JSON matching the expected schema. Do not include any text outside the JSON. This was specifically because the first time I wanted to do this, it would respond with a JSON plus also text. Please output your move in UCI format. It's on the 15th move. So this is what it's prompted with. So expected move. This is how we expect it to be in this as move, right? So it responded correctly. With okay, game ID, state, current player, white, and this is the current state of the board. Cool. So it appears to be working. It's actually interesting that it's costing as much as it is. This isn't a huge context, right? Like, I'm not passing in a ton. right? Man, AI is just expensive, is what I've been saying. Like, we're at 30, well, to be fair, 6 of that was before this. So we're at 24 cents with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. No. This is playing tic-tac-toe. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 moves. So that's a little over a cent per move. Seems too expensive, right? And these are not big requests. Right. The input was 200 tokens, 17 tokens. Is ChatGPT 5 just that expensive? Why? Look at this. Look at this. Is this a bug? Why is this 11,000 token output? This has to be a thinking model. GPT-5? But isn't 5.1? Like, look at this. The 5.1 model, 17 tokens. It just outputs this. Whereas the 5.0 is 14,000 tokens, but this is the output. It's either a bug or it's doing some like thinking garbage. Yeah. Tune? I believe I've heard of Tune, but I haven't used it, no. So I was doing 5 and 5.1. And this one obviously isn't using reasoning, and this one is. I need to use a 5.0 without reasoning, but that's not nano. And what? So I did try to explain this, and this is one of the downfalls of these models. And I think they actually are addressing it somewhat in 5.1, like the configurable reasoning, is that what you see here is that you get 17 tokens worth of output. You get 17 tokens worth of output for 14,000 tokens. Right? This is what's making this cost so much. This right here. And the reason is they count output as it querying itself. So all the tokens used when requerying itself are leveraged there. Okay. Well, that's a good learning experience. It's also why this one's taking so long is GPT-5 is querying itself. That's this actually makes a ton of sense from what we were seeing here, because if you look up here, GPT-5 was taking forever to respond comparatively. It also won every time except for this last time, which was a tie. 5.1 always lost. It tied once, but it always responded faster. So this makes a ton of sense. We just can't, I won't be able to afford this. I won't be able to afford this. Because I'd like to run these at least 100 times, right? And it was gonna cost me $1 per run. That's $100. So, can't do that. We definitely need feedback of the game. I don't know that I'm going to get it for this AI games, but I'd love to see like the chessboard being played out. I don't know that I'll get there, but that would be amazing to actually watch the chess game being played. All right, there's not much more for us to do right now. Do you guys want me to wait until this ends? I am gonna let it fully run. We're this far. I honestly don't know how far away we are. We could actually look at all the plays and see the current state, right? I don't know how many turns normally it takes to play chess. 1, 2, 3, 10 turns there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're at 21 turns. So that's 10 and a half turns per player. How long do games of chess usually last for? I guess it depends on how good the players are, right? How many turns does chess usually last? $38. Is that 38 per person? Wait, are you doing this for the AI Gateway Hackathon? I don't know what that is. I do this once a year. My goal is to figure out how to leverage AI as well as to figure out what AIs do and how well they do it. Because I found out that the benchmarks are crap. Then they're crap for a lot of reasons. And I've talked about this a lot, and so the purpose of the AI games is to give us a real world look at how well AIs do. Now, this is a new section. What we're doing right now, this is just for fun, where they're going to play games versus each other. But we actually have a lot of real world, in-depth things that are needed. So, like, we actually have them do coding assessments, we have them fix bugs, we have them do all those types of things. So there's a whole docket of things that they get graded on, and we do it all together. But this one is kind of fun. They play games against each other. So the thinking model won 5.0 won in 24 turns, or total turns. We need to make this better. E2 to E4. Like, I realize this is moving a pawn. It's a pawn. There's no D. I don't play chess. A pawn from the second row to the fourth row. I get it. But without visualizing this, horrible. But this is cool. This is cool. Oh, really? No, unfortunately, this isn't sponsored by anybody. If somebody would like to sponsor the AI games, it's top quality content. We debug live running Kubernetes clusters with AI, see if they can fix it. We debug, we do a bunch of stuff like that. So, December 15th, or 16th, and it will run for 4 days. Best 4 days of AI content each year, in my dearest humble opinion. There's probably better content. I have no idea. All right, that's gonna be it for me today. Yeah. I'm good. That was good. We got the secret manager done. It's playing games. I think the only thing that we need to do is we need real-time feedback and like a real chessboard. Yeah, because this kind of sucks. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you all tomorrow for the news. Maybe a little bit more.